Alright, welcome everybody. This is JGR ESX Round 6, live from Indy 2. We are about to get underway with the 250 LCQ. Looks like we have everyone readied up, so we're going to go ahead and start this thing, get the night underway. We saw your points leader, Air Jordan, win his heat after having a mistake early, came back from 6th and was able to fight back up to the top spot. I know a couple of the other guys in the battle for points. Supite, he finished 4th in his heat, but directly through to the main. And then I think Mr. Twister was 2nd in his heat. So your top 3 guys in points in 250 class all through without a problem. 291 Moto, let's get it. Yes sir, excited to get this thing started. It's 82, another tight track. It's definitely interesting on these 250s. You really can't afford to kind of mess up in these transitions of the rhythms. It's super tight. You have to be precise, good throttle control. So it's going to be interesting to see who can kind of separate themselves in this. Again, top 2 spots are going to go to the main event. We got Skinner, YT291 Moto, Tiber 1, Splash 831, Brot Bros, The Audacity, Y Ebola, Frankie DMB, Tacman, Mad Matt, and X291 Shooter. Alright, let's drop the gate. Let's go on board with JGR Team Fried Rider Tacman 961 here. Watch him off the start, repping the really fresh white kit tonight. As he gets a good jump, he's going to be just on the inside of Y Ebola and Tiber 1. It's going to get really bunched up, but Tacman is going to get a good start, and he is out front early to lead this thing. Hopefully he can get through this rhythm clean and kind of he has the speed to get out front, pace himself, and be gone. Behind him we have Y Ebola in the 2nd spot, Splash 831. In 3rd, YT291 Moto. In 4th, Skinner. 5th, Shooter, who's been a top 5 main event guy so far. He's back in the pack early as he kind of gets pushed, but this is an LCQ. Anything happens. Wasn't too overly aggressive. Go back up front, Tacman. Gonna hit that triple in, which is huge. Goes triple quad up the inside of Y Ebola. Makes the pass. Tacman out front, controlling this thing. We're going to watch this battle closely. Hopefully both riders keep it clean here. There's no need to do anything stupid. The Audacity, who's had a good showing in the series so far, running in the 3rd spot, looking to get into a transfer position on that PSHP racing team machine. But Shooter trying to make a pass as well. As a couple people get squirrely here, that's going to allow Tacman to get out front and have a little bit more space back to 2nd, kind of some breathing room. So everyone's settling into their positions here, but Shooter is now on the back of Y Ebola for that 2nd and final transfer spot to the 250A main. Skinner right here as well. Those top 4 kind of separating themselves. The Audacity, that mistake before the finish really cost them there. See if they can work their way back up front. Back up to our leader, Tacman, still putting in work. Y Ebola kind of reeling him in just a little bit. Tac needs to stay calm here, focus on hitting his marks. As we'll see if he tries to cut back under here. He doesn't. He's going to hit the tough blocks, come back into track here. He's still got a little bit of room to Skinner. No need to fret. After going back-to-back LCQ, pressure applier transfers through. Yeah, man, you rode great. I was obviously race directing that one, saw you out front early, so congrats to you. So you see Shooter make a mistake there. Go back up front, want to focus on these top 2. Unfortunately, Tacman goes down, but he's not out of this fight yet. He's got Skinner just in front of him, and he's got room behind him, so Tacman needs to make a charge here. Back up front, Y Ebola is controlling this thing. Skinner in the 2nd spot as he's going to hit the tough block, but just stays on. Tac's going to kind of follow that same line. Shooter is trying to catch up to this lead group. Back here, Mad Matt 5th, The Audacity 6th, Splash in 7th, Brot Bros 8th, YT Moto 9, Tiber 110, Frankie DMB 11th. Back up front, Y Ebola still in the lead here. We got Skinner in 2nd, and Tacman still in striking distance in 3rd. He's about 7 seconds off the leader, 5 seconds off 2nd place here. Yo, Sword, what's going on, my man? Got a sick LCQ brewing up here. Top 3 to 4 guys, all within a few seconds. Back up here, see if JGR Team Pride rider Tackman can get up front into a transfer spot. He's actually running top 10 in points right now, I believe, in the 250 class, so definitely wants to make it into this main event. Shooter on the back of Tackman now. Hopefully these boys keep it clean. Oh, no harm, no foul yet. But it looks like Skinner might have made a mistake, or either that or Tack and Shooter battling here has kind of helped them catch up just a bit. It's going to be Shooter in the third spot. Tackman on the inside, though, he's going to make this pass stick. These guys are going back and forth, super clean racing, a lot of respect between the two here. Ooh, Tack might need to sacrifice this line, but he doesn't. He goes outside. He's going to hit the triple N, jumps over Shooter there. These two are taking different lines, battling it out, but Shooter is going to hold the inside there. Now here we go. 2 laps to go here, more like 1 almost when we cross the line shortly. This is anyone's transfer at this point. Ooh, Shooter's going to push the tough block there just a little bit. Tack gets caught up as well. Skinner out front now with Ebola in second. Ebola kind of making a couple mistakes here, maybe feeling the pressure of holding down a transfer spot. Shooter is right on the back of him now with JGR Tackman. Oh, and Shooter goes down. Can Tackman latch onto the back of Ebola here and make a last lap push for a transfer position? We're going to see it here. Anything goes on this last lap. Really tight section here. See if Tack can get through clean. Skinner first, Ebola second, Tackman third. Coming through the last rhythm here. Everyone gets through pretty cleanly. Tack is going to try to slide in on the inside here. Can he make it happen? Unfortunately, Tack will run out of time there, but it'll be Skinner and Ebola taking your 2 transfer spots to the 250A main. We will look into doing a B main for the 250 guys. Usually whoever wants to host one that partakes in it, just because we don't have enough admins to kind of do it all at the same time. If you guys do run a B main, you can send us a picture of the results, and then we'll incorporate it in with the actual results, like the A main results, so you can kind of maybe get some extra points by racing well in the B main. So, alright, good deal. So, if you're just joining us, this is the results from the 250 LCQ top 2 transfer to the A main. We're actually going to start with the 450 A main tonight, just because they only had enough for 1 lobby, so they qualified for gate pick. So I'm going to go ahead and get that lobby set up, and we will be back in just a couple minutes. Tyler, which I'm assuming is Shooter, I believe. Yeah, if you want to host B main, for sure, man, just send out invites. We'll post the lineup for it on Instagram and Discord. So if you do want to join the B main, X219 Shooter will be joining it, or hosting it, excuse me. And we'll be right back with 450 A main. Yeah, Shooter, you can send those invites and do that lobby now, bro. Thank you, we appreciate it. Yes, 291, you can join B main as well. Alright guys, thanks for your patience. Just a couple minutes while we wait for the last few guys to trickle in here. Alright guys, we're gonna get this thing started. I guess a couple people aren't joining tonight. It's a bummer deal, but either way, racing's racing, gotta get it underway. So, Indy 2, 450A main, let's do this thing. Austin Edwards, I think the gate didn't update or something on there, but when I checked starting grid management, you had the 4th gate pick. That's where it showed you were at in qualifying. Hell yes, word. It's sick, man. Couple times in the past season or even this one, we've had it to where qualifying actually meant something, which is even better. But yeah, definitely dope. As Cowboy Cam joining late now, unfortunately won't be able to make it in. Alright, 450A main, a little light this week, but hey, what are you going to do? Still got to race for those points, so this will pay off for the people that are participating in this one tonight, but we will have a loaded 250A main coming up just after this. Everyone's readied up. Let's get the gate dropped here. Round 6. Surprised to see Yoshi not race. I know he was in the hunt for points, but nonetheless, we have a one-drop race program at the moment. So let's go on board here with Nunu 33, JGR Team Pride rider. Doesn't get the greatest jump, but it looks like it's going to be access to the turn first. Who would have thought? You got Dom Calindris here in second, trying to hang with Axis right off the jump here. Saltman and Xerox battling for the 3rd and 4th spot. Sort of, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. understand him wanting to race that one. You got Austin Edwards in the 5th spot here, battling for with Xerox to try to get up into the 4th position. Ooh, as Dom Colindres kind of gets caught up. Unfortunate break for him and Xerox, who gets screwed on the deal here. And then PSHP Mike rounding out that 8th and final spot. Back up front, Axis already with a pretty decent lead, but Saltman is someone that I think can hang his pace at least for a few laps here. Austin Edwards, who's been riding really great of late, in the 3rd spot, defending champion. Samuel YZB capitalizes on a mistake from Austin Edwards there, hitting those tough blocks right before the finish, so he's in the 3rd spot with Austin Edwards trailing in 4th now. Nunu 5th. Xerox makes the pass for 5th. Super stoked to see Axis come out and race the whole season so far with us. It's been awesome. Hoping we can, like I said this last week, unfortunately it didn't work out this week, but hopefully we can start filling this class up a little bit more. So maybe if you are a 250 guy that's way out of the points and in that class, and you want to kind of come over and level out the playing field a little bit and maybe make some 450 mains, because there seems to be room, might not be a bad idea for next week. But either way, we are racing here for round 6. Saltman still within striking distance of Axis here, not letting him get away too much, but they have built up a pretty impressive gap back to 3rd, where Austin Edwards sits and holds that final podium position. Samuel YZB, though, wants to be on the box tonight. As Xerox also fighting back after a weird mistake early, got caught up on Dom Colindres under the tunnel jump. Unfortunate break for him, but has the speed to hang up with these two guys in front of him. Back down to PSHP Mike in the 6th spot, Dom Colindres 7th, and Nunu settled in back in 8th. Cool for Nunu to be in the 450 main event. Started the season 250. Had to miss a couple rounds over there, so just joining back mid-season. Figured, hey, why not? Might as well go 450 class. Axis and Salt still up front. Axis has put a little bit more room on Saltman now. Ooh, as Austin Edwards tries to do that little scrub over that tunnel jump, but it cost him, kind of loops it out. It's going to allow Samuel YCB to go to 3rd, and now he's got pressure from Xerox, your 2020 MXGP champion. Austin Edwards kind of casing through that rhythm. It's going to allow Xerox to get by. Now he has his sights set on his JGR Team Fried teammate, Samuel YZB. These guys have had some pretty impressive battles during the GP season. Oh, as Austin Edwards shows a wheel there and makes the pass stick. Yeah, Cameron, next week maybe if you wanna, I'll talk to the admins about it, but maybe that's something we'll try out with a couple guys, or maybe any 250 guys that don't make the main that want to just race to fill the last 4 spots on the 450 main, or whatever the case may be. Something we might look into doing just to fill the lobbies in a little bit more for the 450 class, as we see Xerox go down there. Samuel YZB cozy in the 3rd spot with Austin Edwards a little ways back and forth. Yeah, the timing and scoring obviously not too accurate. Shows Saltman 47 seconds off of Axis. That's pretty funny. Back up front, Axis still doing his thing, trying trying to come home as the points leader or overall points championship winner at the end of this one. Got a cool trophy going out to the 450 class and 250 class winner. Maybe a little something for him to put on the mantle. Saltman, who we haven't seen run a JGR event yet this year. Good ride in second. Sammy YZB third. And everyone's pretty spaced out now, but Xerex is trying to work his way back up. He knows he needs to be in that fourth position. Dom Calindris in sixth. Mike seventh. Nunu still in the eighth spot. But we're going to go ahead and warn Nunu, just so that he knows Axis is coming through. But aside from that, not a whole lot of action through the field here in this A main. Looking forward to some good battles in the 250 main. With three top guys in points: Supite, Jordan, and Mr. Twister. Supite 3 wins this season, but Air Jordan holds the points lead in that class, and Twister is not far off. So those guys are going to definitely have a good battle tonight. Looking forward to seeing that one. A couple other heavy hitters in the 250 main. Pressure Applier has been solid so far. D-Dub's obviously out tonight, but he had a good year in points so far. So yeah, there's a lot of guys in that 250 class that are getting better every week. Really stoked to see the progress that they're all making just by racing week to week, and checking everything out on the gaming socials and what have you. Everyone seems pretty motivated to get better and put the time in. So as always, that's really cool to see. Axis still out front. Put a little time back to Saltman now. Everyone's still very spaced out, but here's a battle we'll latch on to here. Xerex has been trying to get around Austin Edwards for the better half of this whole main event. And he has failed a few times, whether it be by mistake or running into each other here. So wants to try to get by clean and work his way into that fourth spot. And who knows, with 11 minutes left in this main event, it's possible he could get onto the back of Samuel YZB, who he just saw coming into frame there. So anything is possible. Just got to keep fighting for these spots. Good points night for all these guys, only being 8 riders. Good opportunity for them to earn some good points in the class and make up for another week where they may not make a main event or whatever the case may be. Austin Edwards still holding Xerex off here. But one thing about my man Xerex, he's pretty crafty, and wow, that is tragic. I can't compliment people anymore. He is very crafty. Makes a little mistake there though. Still plenty of time to catch up to Austin Edwards in fourth. Dom Calindris now knocking on the door just a little bit. First time in a while he's seen the back of these guys in front of him. Don't know what Mike's doing there. Luckily he gets back on track. Welcome to the curse show. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I just can't. It's like my own teammate. I just compliment him, say he's got some good racecraft, and he goes down. I don't know. It's it's the worst. Axis, who is coming up on Dom Calindra, is going to give him a warning, just so he knows Axis is coming through. It's quite possible Axis could lap just about the whole field at this rate. Let's see where he's at. He's coming up to the bridge jump now. He's got Dom right in front of him, Xerex, Austin Edwards, and Sam all within distance. I mean, the only one to be hard for him to maybe get to is Saltman at this point. That's no knock to any of these guys at all. Any of these guys could go into a public lobby online and smash just about everyone. It just goes to show you how good Axis is. And it's just working out that everyone seems to be crashing out of the way for Axis, so no lap or altercations to this point. That's Austin Edwards has made up a little bit of space on Xerox now. The battle now is more between Dom Colindres and Xerox for that 5th spot. A little bit ways back to Mike, but then you got Nunu back here who allows Axis by. Ooh, almost cleans him out there unintentionally. As Xerox makes a mistake, I know he's got to be frustrated right now, and that might be it for him at this stage. Nope, he gets back going. Not quite sure what happened there. Dom Colindres fighting. Maybe wants to try to make up some room. He could get to Austin Edwards. Timing and scoring shows he's 5 seconds off the back of him. How accurate that is, I'm not too sure. Oh, that is certainly not accurate. It's more 10, 15, 20 seconds, perhaps. Xerox settling in now. Allowed himself a little bit of space. Probably just going to try to put in some heaters. And just have a good rest of his main event. Mike has left the lobby, so that's going to put Nunu in the 7th spot. So Nunu just having a good little points night here. Works out well for him. Good to see Nunu up here in the 450 main event. If you're just joining us on stream, this is the 450A main, which went first tonight. Just because it had low entries, only had 9 guys total who were racing. A couple have backed out at this point. So it looks like Xerox went ahead and called it a night. So now you got Dom Colindres 5th and Nunu 6th to round out your field. Axis still up front. Really not going to be any changes to the board at this point. Everyone is on their own island. Just got to ride out the rest of this main event. As Nunu is just sitting off on the side of the track. He is out of the way, but if he gets in the way, I'm just going to have to kick him. Man, this 450 main event, not really working out the way we want it to tonight, but this seems to be the case at least one round in every season for us, whether it's due to IRL events for everyone, whenever real life shit's going on, or just not being able to race for any reason. Usually have one really low entry night. This seems to be it. So luckily we got a really good 250 race upcoming. Had 22 entries. All of them showed up tonight. Full A main. As you see Dom Colindres back out now. Nunu. Solid top 5, my man. You just gotta laugh at this point. Get to see a rare mistake from Axis there. 26 seconds back, excuse me, to Saltman. So no stress there. Yeah, Cameron, you would think at this point it would make sense to do that, but we're just going to let them finish it out and get their points. it is what it is. On to next week. Like to hear y'all's predictions for the 250 class. I think it's going to be a really good battle from those top 3 guys tonight. Always a fun race for me to call and commentate. Usually love it for the 450s as well when we got more people. But it's been really fun to do the commentating so far this year and have a consistent stream every week. "13 people in the stream, pretty cool. Number's been growing every week. When we did the stream on GP, sometimes we get 2-3 people watching, so pretty cool to see the support and everyone tuning in to watch the racing. Like I said, bummer that 450 class is a little light tonight, but just a good opportunity for these guys to get some points. Axis, who's had a little bit of rough go by his standards this week or past couple weeks with league racing. Slurp seems to have been dominating the past couple races for AOSX and Ioma, but nonetheless I don't think Axis has been off the podium in quite some time. He's still maintained that, but looking to get back to his winning ways this week. It's always fun watching those streams over there. Real big turnouts for those leagues and a lot of good competitive racing. I do think Nunu's been lapped 3 times. I think, yeah, he's just having fun at this point, riding his dirt bike. Ooh, and a rare mistake again there from Axis. Don't see those too often, but I'm sure he's not really in race mode at this point, more just finish this damn thing. Oh, and Nunu gets reset there. This has been an interesting one. Yeah, Axis did have an unlucky week as... Oh my god, I'm sorry. But that is just funny. Like, oh my god. Jesus Christ. Samuel just absolutely ran into Nunu or someone there. I don't know what happened. That was great. Yeah, no, I agree. That was Sword. Not taking anything away from anyone, obviously, but, did have some unlucky breaks. I, had that clip on Insta of him getting reset like 3 or 4 times in that tight turn. I think it was ND1, if I'm not mistaken, but, yeah. But, it shakes it up a little bit. 2 laps to go in this one. I'm just as ready for it to be over as you guys are, believe me. Final lap, 1 to go for Axis on the deep 5-man field that now is what once was 8 or 9. coast this one in. Easy win. Axis said, I'll take those 26 points straight to the bank. Thank you. And I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Not that it matters. I'm pretty sure Austin Edwards is locked down anyways. The fellowship is broken. Oh man. Axis takes your stacked A main win. Well, Saltman in the second spot. Samuel's actually going to cross the line before Saltman here. That's about one of the weirdest 450 main events I've ever seen. But it's going to go Axis 1, Saltman 2, Samuel YZB 3rd, Austin Edwards 4th, Nunu 5th. Alright, there it is. .450 A main. Definitely excited to see the 250 class tonight, so we're going to get that underway, get that lobby up and running here, and we'll be back in just a minute. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we are just waiting on one rider at this point. We'll get started in just about 2 to 3 minutes here. Alright, so we have everyone in here. Good to see a full main event here for the 250 class. Lineup, you have your points leader, Air Jordan 72, riding the KTM 125. Pressure applier in this main event has been having a couple good rides of late. Skirt 332, I believe, had a top 5 finish last week. Seth AB, new to the series if I'm not mistaken. Easy Pro as well. Be interested to see what he can do. Mr. Twister, who I believe is sitting second in points right now. He's going to be one of those guys that's up front. Gabe H2, Lamastus 47, who's shown some good speed. Y Ebola, Skinner 600, For Real, and Supite, 3-time winner of the 250 class this season. So let's get this thing underway. Indianapolis 2. It's proven to be a good racetrack tonight. See a lot of different line choices out of these guys, especially coming out under the tunnel. That's a tough little rhythm there. Some guys are going outside, tripling in and quadding into the next turn. Some are going double, single onto the table, double out. All just depends on what is best for them, what's going to be the most consistent for them. A lot of really tricky rhythms on this track. Alright, I'm going to give everyone a second to ready up. Based on what I've seen tonight, I really like Air Jordan's chances to hopefully get a win here for his sake, but it's anyone's ball game. A couple guys that can mix it up like Easy Pro or Seth AB, but we have everyone readied up. Let's get this thing going. Sword, the quad is definitely chef's kiss when they hit it, especially on a 250. It's a big line. Alright, let's go to your points leader, Air Jordan. He's a very good starter, typically gets a decent jump out of the gate, but it looks like it's pressure applier and why he bulleted turn first, but going to get shoved outside. For Real, who almost won his heat race out front early with Skinner. Skinner closing the door, but For Real's going to slide on the inside. Luckily, both those guys make it out of there alive. Y Ebola in the third spot. Air Jordan, your points leader, in fourth. Seth AB fifth. Mr. Twister sixth. He's going to run it in, make a touchy pass there on Seth AB, but nothing too crazy. Easy Pro 7th, Skirt 8th, Lamastus 9th, Supite in 10th. This is not what you want to see from Supite, a 3-time winner this year. Struggled a little bit in his heat, it looks like, did transfer directly through, but in the 4th spot when he's typically a heat winner or close behind. So he needs to work his way back up front, but we go up to Air Jordan, your points leader, in the 4th spot, still trying to work his way into that lead pack of 3 in front of him of Skinner, For Real, and Ebola. Seth AB wants in on the action as well, but Mr. Twister, from the outside looking in, all it takes is all these guys to get bottled up right here. Oh, and he is going to run it up heavy. Oof, nothing too dirty. Oh, oh man, that is just tragic right there. I'm not quite sure what happened to Jordan there. It looks like somebody launched off the finish. It might have been Skirt and hit him. I don't think it was on purpose. But damn, that is such a bummer for Air Jordan, who really needs to be up front right now. See, he's going to make an easy pass on Easy Pro. No pun intended, as they fly off. Or that might have been Supite even. Now he's getting around Easy Pro. Yeah, Xerix, I agree. This 250 class is really fun to watch. Air Jordan, who is working his way back up now in the 6th spot, but Mr. Twister has just absolutely gone on a tear. I don't know how I missed his charge to the front, but he is absolutely sending it right now. But he's got a pack of hungry riders right behind him in 2nd and 3rd. Alright, I'm told to keep an eye on Easy Pro here as he's cleaning people out. Checked up here. Just want to make sure no one is taking anybody out. It's not the type of racing we need. This is just okay. I'm gonna warn Easy Pro here. Didn't really need to force the issue there. Kind of could have backed off in that situation. As it is getting absolutely dicey back here. A lot of these guys are taking shots, riding pretty aggressive. Air Jordan back into the 4th spot now. He's got 3rd and 2nd right in front of him. However, Mr. Twister is starting to create a little bit of a gap. But if you're Air Jordan, you really need to latch on here. You need to catch up to 2nd and 3rd place. Someone cleaned Supite is what I'm being told. If you guys are seeing these incidents, just let me know like who. That way I can, it's obviously tough to catch it all. I want to be able to see these things if they are happening, but if there is clips after the race can be protested for positions based on poor passes or people getting cleaned out. But go back up front, Air Jordan in 3rd now. Oh, as he is going to get an unfortunate bounce off of Skinner there. Skinner, who's having a really great ride. I believe this would be his best result of the season to this point. However, 9 minutes left in this main event. I can't even believe that's how much time we have left. For real, makes an aggressive pass on Seth AB there. Doesn't look like there was a whole lot of contact, but really just kind of came in and took the line away. But Seth AB is going to get a better drive through the rhythm and go around the outside. Gonna watch this battle here. There's been some controversy early in this main. Just want to make sure everyone's passing clean. Haven't seen anything out of them yet that is too crazy. Everyone's settling into their spots now. Got Mr. Twister and Air Jordan. 2 of your guys in the hunt for the points championship. Found their way to the front of this field with Seth AB right on Air Jordan's rear wheel, trying to make it known that he is not here to play around. He's got the speed to run up front. Yeah, sayonara for Mr. Twister. He made some very decisive passes early, wasted no time getting to the front, and that's what you see from these championship caliber guys, Air Jordan included. He had adversity. Really, something out of his control happens to him. He falls back to 8th place, and he made nice, smart passes through the field. That's key. That's what you need to see out of these guys. He had patience. He didn't get flustered. He just hit his marks and waited for the right time to pass. But Seth AB still stalking. Skinner still a great ride in 4th if he can hold on to this one. Best finish of the season for Skinner. Yeah, timing and scoring does appear to be a little bit closer. Air Jordan 12 seconds off the pace. So let's see if Air Jordan can put in a flawless end of this main event and potentially at least get closer to Mr. Twister. Let him know that he's there. But this championship is going to be a game of cat and mouse between these guys. Now it shows Air Jordan only 7 seconds off of Mr. Twister, 6. But judging by the mini-map, I'm going to guess that that 9 to 10 second mark is a little bit more accurate. Seth AB will not quit. He is just firing on the podium, but he's hungry for more. But very good, clean, respectful racing between these two. As Seth AB's going to make the pass. We'll see if he can make it stick. Jordan triples in. He's going to case the quad out. He needs to get around Seth AB. Air Jordan needs to salvage every point possible. Back up front to Mr. Twister, who is riding fantastic. Really showed a lot of patience early in this main event. You can see why he's a veteran with esports racing. Very confident making his way through the pack. Knew he needed to get it done. He couldn't let the rival in points get away from him. And he's got an absolute gap back to these two who are still battling. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in this 250A main. Let's take a look on the rest of the field here. Easy Pro in the 4th spot, must have gotten around Skinner. Skinner still holding down the 5th spot, Supite in 6th. Rough round for Supite here in the 6th spot. Not what he needs for the title, but everyone's kind of had an off night. I think Air Jordan's worst finish was a 6th or 7th as well, if I'm not mistaken. But I know he had a rough night, and I know that Mr. Twister had Daytona last week. He got 4th, so not a terrible finish, but not where he needs to be either. So each of these guys have kind of had an off round. This seems to be Supite's, but Easy Pro goes down. That's going to allow Skinner and Supite to go by him potentially. We're going to take a look at this battle and see what happens here. Easy Pro going to shut the line off. Supite going to try to watch what these guys are doing and see where's a good, clean, smart pass that he can find on the racetrack. Doesn't want to push the issue. Sometimes forcing a pass can get you into trouble. He definitely has the speed to get around these guys, so he just needs to pick his time here. And just like that, a mistake from Easy Pro is going to allow him to scoop by. Sometimes these passes come to you via mistake, but Supite has only got 4 seconds up to Seth AB in 2nd, it looks like. If timing and scoring is accurate, Supite gets around Skinner. Easy Pro's falling back now for real, working his way back into the 6th position. Easy Pro 7th, Gabe H 8th, Lamastus 9th, Y Ebola 10th, Skirt Skirt 11, Pressure Applier unfortunately in the 12th spot. Go on the helmet cam, Mr. Twister here. Trying to get a different perspective going on the stream here. Mr. Twister aboard that Team Twisted Yoshimura 250 here. Barking out front. No one's even close to him. Go back to Seth AB, who's put a little bit of time on Air Jordan. Then back to Supite in the 4th position. Supite's going to go off track. Good save to get back on there, but Skinner is right there. Great ride by Skinner. Super impressed with what he's been able to do, but Easy Pro is not done yet. Gabe H in the 7th position still. Lamastus coming from dead last to 8th. Good save for him. For Real 9th. Rough go for Real. Really picked up his speed as well. Thought he's someone that could maybe see up there on the podium tonight. Cool battle. Cool seeing it from this camera. Something I might need to start doing more. It's neat to see the battles from this point of view. Back up front, Mr. Twister. You can see just how much time he has, and he's just throwing some steezers out here right now. It's a good clean run through the rhythm here. Back to Seth AB. Super impressive ride by him. 1 minute, 40 seconds left. Got Air Jordan in the 3rd spot with a candidate for Lit Kit of the Night, if I must say so myself. It's a clean little kit he's got going there. Supite holding down the 4th spot. Easy Pro, who's been all over the map in this main event, has kind of been anywhere from like 3rd to 7th this entire main, just working his way back and forth, making a mistake, fighting back up. He's right on the back of Supite here. Good little turn down whip, flows on the inside of that turn. Gonna try to go triple in, almost goes off track, kinda gets to the inside somehow, makes a nice clean block pass. So you can get a better drive through the whoops. Supite lands it on the back wheel. And these guys are having an incredible battle right now. Easy Pro in the 4th spot. Can Supite respond and get those points back that he worked so hard for early in this main event? Oh yes, word. I know you can toss them like that. Honestly, the whips look so much better from this TV camera angle. Feels like real life Soupy just a bit. It's neat. Gotta start messing around with this more. Pressure applier in the 10th spot after being in last a couple laps ago. Trying to find a couple positions late in this one. But back up front to Mr. Twister. 1 lap to go. Ebola moves out of the way for him. Just goes to show you how good this 250 class is. We're just getting into lap traffic on the final lap of the main event. Thanks to Ebola for being a good lapper there. I don't think that Twister will get onto the back of Skirt here. It should be good. So Mr. Twister, who's fought some adversity so far this season, had a couple rounds where he wasn't quite able to make his way all the way from the back of the field to the front, but he is going to get it done here tonight. Great ride. 250A main winner, Mr. Twister. Gonna get it done. Seth AB, a solid ride on his debut at the JGR ESX League. Gonna bring it home in the 2nd position. Really good ride from him. Air Jordan, your current points leader, in the 3rd spot. After having some trouble early, Easy Pro works his way into 4th. Supite in the 5th spot. Rough night for Supite by his standards. Lamastus works his way up to 6th. Gabe H 7th. For Real in the 8th position. And that is going to be the end of that one. So, just around the field, For Real was that 8th place rider. Pressure Applier worked his way into the 9th place position. Skinner in 10th. Skirt 11th, and then Y Ebola 12th. So that's going to conclude the stream tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again, bummer night of racing in the 450 class, so hopefully we can get those sign-ups up for next week, but 250 class provided some good action, so we hope to see you guys in round 7. We will have a triple crown coming in the next couple of rounds, so stay tuned for that. That will be exciting, and maybe some fun little twists. We're talking, admin team's been discussing some different things to kind of spice up a round or two coming in to the final one, so just stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram, JGR Esports League. Subscribe to the YouTube for any further updates or videos, and we will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.